about the Highland Dirk is a special video again only for you patrons. As you saw already in my YouTube channel, I was practicing a lot of throwing the Highland Dirk in my backyard. So I don't want to make a real instructional knife throwing video in public, but I was thinking about to, just have kind of behind the scenes video for you and explain to you what I explored so far. As I said before in my video on Highland Dirk throwing, we have a quote by Archibald McGregor in his lectures on the art of defense from 1791, where he's explaining that, it's just a quick note that he says the Highlanders were very good throwing the Highland Dirk in quite a distance. So what I wanted to explore and what I still explore is how to throw the Highland Dirk with effect, so that it is useful in a combat situation. I was reading a lot of material about it, some books which are considered like, knife throwing Bibles, and they were very helpful. I was also watching a lot of YouTube videos. I will put some links to some helpful videos which I was watching in the video description. These videos were quite helpful. What I explored first was trying out what is the correct distance for a start. And before you start any knife throw with any spin, you should start training a direct throw. So a direct throw means you having the knife in this handle grip position, regular knife grip, and you throw it in a no spin throw, so a direct throw in a close distance. So you have no turning of the blade, and you just take a target, a soft target, a target which is not bouncing back. So in close distance, the most dangerous thing is that you have some kind of rubber board or anything, and you throw and you hit with a flat or with a handle, and this thing bounces back and hits you and maybe stucks in your foot. So this is not very good. So make sure that you have a solid, not too hard, and especially not too bouncy throwing target. You can take, not too hard wooden boards. You can take special targets for archery and also special targets for knife throwing. And then you can try out this direct throw without any spin of the weapon. And this is important. It is important because what you can train then is how to get loose of the weapon without spinning. The thing is, what I learned so far is that you don't, you don't throw your dirk away. It's not like, having a ball of paper and trying to put it into a basket. No, it's more like the dirk is a projectile, and your arm and your hand is kind of the barrel of a rifle. So you are letting the dirk go loose, soft from your hand. You don't open your hand, you just grip it, you just hold it as strong as you would hold a little bird. You don't squeeze it, but you don't hold it too light so it falls out of your hand. So you have it, you need to have it in a loose but still firm grip. And when you throw the dirk, you just let it slide out of your hand. Quite gentle. Try this out with not too much power. And what you can do, for example, is that if you have a throwing dirk with a blade which is not rusting, then you can use an old kitchen knife for this, just to try it out. If you have some softer ground in your garden, you can throw it down on the ground just to let it, glide out of your hand and stick. This is the first step I would do. Well, this was the first step I was doing, in which I would, advise you to do so. And once you have it, trained around, you can do it by, going down. That the distance is not too far. And you have to imagine it's just like raising the weapon, and just like you would do a soft cut. But in the end of the cut, at a specific point, you just glide the weapon out of your hand. And then you can train this while standing. And then you can train this on a target, which is, for example, like this distance. Okay? Not more. Maybe a little bit further back, but not more. Like, what is it? The average corona distancing distance, okay? Like 1.5 meters maximum. So you throw it, and it glides out of your hand, and it sticks in the target. So you train the way of letting the weapon go loose. After that, you can train the half spin. The half spin means that you're holding your dirk with the flat of your blade. So this is the grip. Okay, not like what you see in cartoons or in the movies. I never saw someone throwing the knife like this, especially not a very big heavy knife, but flat with your thumb on the blade. Of course, the sharp side away from your hand, so you don't cut yourself, and the handle forward. And now you're training right foot forward or left foot forward. I saw different videos explaining different things. Some say it's better to have the right foot forward, some say it's better to have the left foot forward. But I would say you have just to do the same like me, try it out. So a standing example with your right foot forward, if you're right-handed. Then you're holding it up with the blade, with the thumb on the flat of the blade. And then you do a throwing technique. And important is you throw like you would do a medium cut with a broadsword. Over your head, going down in a vertical line. And then you just let the weapon go loose of your hand. And now is the half spin is that the weapon turns just in half and then stucks with the blade in the target. So you have to try out the distance. When you realize you throw the dirk and you hit it with the flat of your weapon, you hit the target, so then the turn was not finished. So what you do is you do the same throw, but you do a step back, and then you try it again with the same power and the same motion, and then it stucks. If you throw it and it overturns, and you have like this angle, or you're hitting even with a pommel, then it overturned. So your half spin overturned. So if this happens, you do a step forward and try it again. So this is a half spin. The half spin is very good to train, in my opinion, to train with dirk throwing in a very gentle way, with not too much power, but with precision. And the distance should not be too far away. Be realistic, okay? And try out to step forward and step backwards, and then try out to do this half spin. Again, here you let your dirk glide out of your hand. You don't throw it away. You don't flip it. Okay? This is very important. You don't flip it. You don't want to have this, multiple turns. This is not what you want. This is not how knife throwing works. I had to learn this myself. I got it explained in a very good YouTube video by a world champion knife throwing. So don't throw it away and don't try to flip it. Okay? So gently going down with the hand, and then let it go. And depending on where it hits the target, if it hits the target too low, then you let go the dirk too late. If it hits too wide up, then you let go. Then you did let it go loose too soon. So try out after the direct throw the handle throw to get a feel for this half spin. And then finally you use the handle grip and try out the full spin. The full spin means you throw the blade, you throw the dirk, and it turns one time completely and hits the target with a point forward. So one complete spin. And now this is important. As I said, you don't flip it. You don't try. Okay, you're like, okay, I'm, like 2.5 meters from my target. I throw it. It turns one time, and it stops. Oh, great! I step back, like to 5 meters, and then I have to flip it so it will turn twice. I mean, that can work, but it's just a coincidence. The knife throwing videos I watched so far and what I was reading in the books on knife throwing and what is my experience with training knife throwing with the dirk, you never flip it. You don't have to use, like multiple turns. What you are doing is, if you have a powerful throw with a handle grip and you do a full spin, then it's always one spin. If you're 2 meters away, if you're 5 meters away, if you're 10 meters away, it's always one spin. Now, how do we do this? So first of all, when you train the full spin from not a too far distance, let's say 2.5 meters, then you have it in this kind of hammer grip. Now the hammer grip has a little bit of a problem that it easily makes you, trying to flip and turning the weapon too much. But if you don't grip too tight and have it in a loose handle grip, then this is the correct one. So you do one motion. Now, how is this motion done? As I said, it's like cut number 7, a medium cut over the head. You don't throw like this. You don't throw like a cut number 1, because then the weapon will turn. There are knife throwing knives, specific throwing knives where you can do these side throws and whatnot and diagonal throws. But with the dirk, the best thing is to throw it in a medium way, so straight towards the target. And as I said, it's like a cut. You can stand right foot forward, you can stand left foot forward. You can try this out. Personally, now I'm more comfortable with the right foot forward stance. So, and then you do one motion, like a cut. You lean a little bit into it. You can even do a small step forward. And it is important, you don't open the hand, you don't throw it away, you don't flip it, you throw it straight, let it get loose, and it will turn itself. So, if you do this, and then you don't stop with your hand, you finish the motion, okay? You throw, let the weapon go loose, and finish the motion. So you cut through, and then you can go in between your legs. Some people throw and then they turn. That's also okay. You have to try it out. But maybe the danger is that you turn too soon and then you make a diagonal throw. So vertical throw between your legs, like if you would do a cut number 1 with full arm. So now, again, with the full spin, if you hit with the handle first, then you have to step back. The distance was too close. Or maybe you flipped it, but if you are sure that you have a good throw and the weapon turns and hits the target with the pommel, then you have to step back and try it again. And then step back further and try it again. If it hits too soon, maybe like so, you're too close. Okay? So again, you have to play with the distance. When you go, when you keep more distance to the target, then it is very good to do this kind of saber grip. as we call it. Okay, the saber grip with a thumb on the back of your blade or your handle. And then, with this thumb on the top, letting it go loose, then you automatically slow down the spinning motion. Cannot really explain the technical details, but it's true. You throw with the thumb grip, and in this moment you somehow make the motion of the spin slower. So when you are far away, when you're further away and you want to do one spin, not flipping, not multiple spins, but one spin, then you have this kind of thumb grip. Really works. So my best throw so far, the widest distance I managed to hit a target, maybe as big as half a door with upper body sized throwing set, stuffed with hay and with old t-shirts. Hitting this throwing target my best was so far from 6 meters distance. So 6 meters I think are like round about 20 feet or something. So I think that's not too bad, but of course it was difficult. You have to try out the distance, and in your throwing technique, the more you step away from the target, the more you have to put some juice into this. You have to put some power into this throw. And it's good to, duck down a little bit, bend your knees, and bring the shoulder into the throw. Not too wide. Everything smooth and fluid. It's a smooth and fluid motion. If you're doing it just from the hand, there's a danger that you flip the thing. If you are doing it too powerful, you will throw it into the ground, or you will let go it loose too early and it will fly away like, somewhere else, not to the target. So always a fluid and powerful motion. It's a little bit like test cutting, to be honest. It's really a little bit like test cutting, with smooth but powerful at the same time. Now, of course, when you are doing knife throwing, I already said, take your time, don't step away too soon, and of course use a target which is working for knife throwing. So it should not be a too hard target, so you will damage your blade and your handle and everything too soon or too easy. It should also not be something too bouncy, so that it flips back. It should be something flat, so don't use anything in a body shape or something first. You can use targets like a pumpkin or a watermelon, or making your sack of hay, like a straw sack for archery. You can use this, but because of the round shape, if you hit only a corner, then it might the knife might fly away into an uncontrollable direction. So this is of course important if you do knife throwing. People watching, people who want to train with you knife throwing, like in archery, they always stand behind the thrower and not too close, with some distance, because you are raising your weapon. You don't want to poke your training partner into his face because he's standing too close, tries to watch over your shoulder. Okay? And no one is in the throwing area. Also make sure that the throwing area is wide enough and that you have some cover behind it, because if you throw against a hard corner of your wooden board, and your Dirk starts to fly around and maybe hits the neighbor in the neighbor garden, or lands on the street, or God forbid hits a small child. So please do anything to keep this safe. I don't have to point it out too much, but I will do. You have to keep the throwing area you are using, you have to keep it safe. You have to say, okay, I have a target, it's not too far away, it's big enough. If I use a smaller target, then I have you know, something to catch missed throwing behind it. So like you have a watermelon on a wooden post. Okay, you want to hit the watermelon because you're already good enough to you know, throw at smaller targets. You can do this, but have something behind this target. If you throw, you know, if your throw misses, then there has to be a board or something behind it to catch it, or there are special you know, big nets for you know, like you know, big webs, you know, like to catch for archery, to catch arrows. Okay, so take care that something is behind it and that the area is clear and that no one is standing too close to you behind you, so you don't want to poke them. And always throw control. Don't start anything like, okay, let's do baseball or something like that. Don't do stupid things. Do it the right way, because then it's fun. Then it's safe and it's fun. And you will see, the more controlled you throw, the better you will throw, the better you will hit the target. And then you will have solid hits into the target. And this is really something which makes great fun. If you realize, okay, my last 5 throws, they all stuck. They were all hitting the target. That's awesome. That's a great feeling. You have a knife and you can throw it from 5 meters distance and it will hit the target, and you know, it will penetrate the target like this deep. That's quite cool, okay? And it's great fun. So again, safety first, and safety first. Safety first. All right. These are my little technical advices on throwing the Dirk, basing on my experiences so far. I was training like nearly every day since I started this little project in my garden, and I think the neighbors are now very relieved and happy that I have like 70 to 90% of hits. You know, 70 to 90% of my throws are really hitting the target and, you know, not making too much noise. And I was also you know, changing my throwing target a little bit so that I make not too much noise when I miss throw. Yeah, besides experiences, I was, you know, sharing now with you like a little bit of as a sum up of what I learned from 2 different books. I will put the link down below, and also from different videos, which I will also link down below in the video description. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks again for supporting my work. It is really a pleasure to make special videos for my Patreons. As you know, I was because of all the lockdown, quarantine, corona situation, I was sharing the first 7 lessons with the Highland Dirk now to everyone, which were originally only for patrons. I will keep these lessons available online for everyone for a while, and then maybe I will put them back onto you know, just for you patrons. But for sure the future lessons will be again exclusively only for you. And this one here about my knife throwing, behind the scenes, sharing my experiences with knife throwing, this was the first one again only for you. So I hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you are training knife throwing with Dirk or any other knife, then make sure that you keep all the safety, all the important safety measurements in mind. And yeah, have fun and see you soon in the next video.